Look, I was very blessed, I won't lie. God was great in that I graduated in 2015. Perhaps.
Yes.
I graduated in 2015 and I ended on Generations in 2016.
You see what I mean?
So I really was blessed in that regard. But obviously, I mean, I didn't go to a lot of auditions, but yes, I did audition for a few things before I landed Generations.
Okay.
Even when I auditioned for Generations, I didn't think I was going to land the role because I believed I looked too young for the character.
Okay.
And then when they called, I was like, you're okay.
You're one, You know, when you cut the set, guys,
Yes.
there's a song that says Washanga Panti Washelwa Home. What can you trust people? You don't think we're planned this?
I've been at Generations for 9 years, right? And still to this day, I'd look around and think, we used to sit in my grandmother's living room and like back then, because when I came on my TV, they'd come and watch. All sitting on the floor watching this show. Here I am on the show. Like I cannot begin to explain to you. So there's only so much preparation that you can do. You dive in, you're in. Anything that can't be taught by textbook or workshops or whatsoever. Fact of the matter, guys, this industry, it's not going anywhere. What's life gonna be without entertainment? What's our world gonna come to, guys? And really never do because we got.
Welcome to Offset Podcast. Offset to Onset, the ultimate podcast and platform designed to educate, promote, and market the film industry for a brighter and more inclusive future.
Mzansi, welcome to the only podcast that celebrates talent in South Africa in terms of television and film. This is From Offset to Onset, and I'm your host, Speech the Dreamer. I'm always with my forever ride or die, Lisa Selane. What's these all? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lisa. Happy birthday to Lisa. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing things a little bit more differently today because it's Lisa's birthday. We're celebrating that, and in that doing so, we're going to allow Lisa to take over the show. Over to you.
Okay. Alright, today in studio we have Pearl Monama, the one and only Dr. Sphe from Generations. Queen, welcome.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to have you in studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
Wow. Good. Right, so I want to start off on a light note. Now, most of us know you from Generations, right? That's where we know you from, and you've been there for a long time now, right? I want you to tell me, were there any other acting opportunities before then, and your background? Where did your love for acting begin?
Alright, so let me start with my background. Firstly, morning, Offset viewers. So, okay, my background started at Isibaya. Isibaya is it's an art school, but for learners, it is a Saturday school in Benoni. was run by Small Dava. Small Dava is the father of Mandava.
Oh, okay.
He was Brutus on
Yes, yeah,
the team.
Yes, yes.
That's his dad.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's where I started. I was thinking about it as they were setting up. Weird, maybe, I don't know, because I'm a very shy person. And I grew up extremely shy. And now look, like my mom put me into things when I was still young, right? I did drum measurements while I was in a creche. She used to put me in Miss Tinkerbell, Miss Tinkerbell. Edgar's used to do that. I did all those things, but yeah, like I'm such a shy person. But that's where I started with my acting and dance.
Yeah.
And then I went to go study at the University of Pretoria.
Okay.
I did drama and film studies. Yeah. And when I graduated for my degree, I landed a role in a Afrikaans film called Suurlemoen.
Okay.
So yes, Suurlemoen was in 2014.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
In 2014, we shot that and came out later that year while I was still doing my honors. And after my honors, I worked with Usisina Kumashiane, who's a South African poet.
Yes.
Well known.
Absolutely.
I worked with her on, what was it called? A new song. We did a new song at the Market Theatre, and I think went to the State Theatre later that year. And then I went back to Sibikwa to do Soweto. Soweto. And that was at the Soweto Theatre.
Wow.
And then I landed Generations.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you also have a theatre background.
Yeah, that's where I started.
Okay. And then how did that shape your film acting?
Look, I think the kind of what's the word, training that you need from theatre and because in film it's very intimate, it was very close to you. There's mics that are
It's more intimidating, actually.
it really is. Whereas in theatre it teaches you to think on your feet. Just to be quick like that and to know when to take your cues. It teaches the technicality of the acting business. So that's how it preps you. They are different but very the same.
Yeah.
So, I want to say acting is acting.
Sure.
But I read a quote once that said acting is like standing naked in front of an audience and turning around.
Oh, wow. Look, that is so interesting. I also like the fact that you mentioned the difference, your personal experience between the difference between theatre and TV acting. So would you say you feel stronger in either one, or you just like, since you say acting is acting, you just feel strong?
I don't know if I feel stronger. This has where my heart lies. Somehow, there's nothing that makes you feel alive.
Yes.
Like it. The fact also that no two shows are the same. It may be the same production. Say the production is called Offset, and we're performing for a month. It's the same show, but it's never the same.
Absolutely.
And whereas in television and film, you get the chance to redo it and to perfect it if you may. If you want to, if you don't like a take, you can say, can we please do it again? I want to do it better. Whereas in theatre, that can happen the next day, but also everyone and everything is different. Because you don't wake up feeling the same every day. Sure. And in a cast of how many ever people, everyone brings their own energy. So it's not as instant, but it also is.
Yeah.
It is, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very interesting. I mean, I'm loving this, intro to knowing Pearl's story and Pearl's journey. So within your journey, Pearl, I get that from a young age you were exposed to arts and drama, as you say, and we're taking it now to Wits. You're more at a tertiary level, and you're learning things that you possibly haven't learned in the past. How did that shape your craft to date? from graduating from this?
Yeah. University of Pretoria.
University of Pretoria.
So I think a lot of us go into studying whatever art you will study at tertiary level, right? Thinking, oh, maybe dance and then you get there and you find out there's a whole pool of things within the discipline. You learn how to control a light board. You learn how to control soundboard. You learn being a theatre manager. Because in first year at the University of Pretoria, first years aren't allowed to be, or in my day, they weren't allowed to be in any departmental production. It's only like schoolwork, your practicals that you participate in. But in departmental productions, they run the behind the scenes. So they are the technical crew, you do all of those things. And then within your studies, there's writing, there's, we did theatre for development and children's theatre. You do all these things that you learn that it's not, you don't just get up and act. There's a whole pool that is at your disposal. So if by second or third year actually figure, maybe acting is not my thing, script writing is my thing, maybe directing is my thing, maybe producing is my thing. There's a lot of people that I studied with that aren't in front of the camera, but they do things behind the camera. So, and I always say to people who say, I'm in grade, whatever, and I want to get, yes, you can, but my advice is always still go to school. If you're really passionate about it and this is something that you want to do as a career, go to school. Because you learn so much.
All these things you wouldn't have learned by doing it naturally yourself.
Because you see Dr. Sphe on television, you think that's where it ends. It's not.
Yeah.
How did it get to?
Talking about
Evolve.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that explanation. Talking about Dr. Sphe, we have to take there something. I really feel like the whole of Mzansi sort of was initially introduced to Rupert with the character of Dr. Sphe.
Yes.
Like in that sense, in this broader sense of things. And I love it because now I almost can't stop calling her Sphe. That's my problem. Do you think that you are always going to carry that character wherever you go? Does it affect you? How do you feel about that? That people come to you and they say at the mall,
So there's a thing that people say once Mufundi makes you, that name stays. That's why also still some people still talking at Arabo. Some people still talking. Look, Musangema once said to me, because even when the show starts, there's nowhere in the opening credits where it says Dr. Sphe played by Monama. So a lot of people don't know my name.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a, I always say when someone says you're Sphe, I say I was supposed to TV. Guys. What does get to me is people who've known me my whole life. Oh no, girl, no. I'd be so upset. I don't understand it. Yeah, like your mama from church, and like it's a thing. They say Sphe, and then I'm like,
guys,
well, you've known me for
guys, let me break it down. I'm really going to be honest. I feel like as viewers, we fall so much in love with the character, and that name just ends up suiting you. That's why I asked this question. I really hope that it does not offend actors in this space, because we really fall in love with you, and then that's the only name we see for you.
And I completely understand that, right? Because the person that you do know is Sphe, because that's the person you see 5 days, 6 days a week sometimes, But also at the end of the day, I am me, of course. And, like my name means something. When my mother Polo, that carries something on its own.
Absolutely.
And it's something that I put on. And I leave it behind. Yes. While we were still in university, we would do productions, and a lot of the times you use your own clothes and whatsoever. And I was taught, one of my lecturers, Mr. Branch, said to us, if you use these pens for the production in school, you can't wear them in the duration of the production. Like, don't wear them at all. Meaning for that duration, they belong to the character. But once the character is done, that's done.
Oh, wow.
You know, so I still want to be me.
Yes.
You know, and I don't know if people actually realize when I bump into people and they call me by my name, I don't know the person. But because we are also with a idea, you know what I mean? So I know there's a lot of people who don't like being called by their character names, also because maybe growing up they've butchered your name so long. You know, I went to Afrikaans schools and I've always gone by Pro. Can you imagine if I was Noxolo in an Afrikaans school? Noxolo. So you saying Noxolo, it means something to me.
Absolutely.
So once you know my name, please, and also if I meet you and I say Noxolo, don't then go say, I understand a mistake.
Yes.
But now we can't meet at 9 in the morning at 4 p.m. You're so calling me Sphe.
It's an issue, right? And speaking of going on and off camera, right? How do you transition now from Noxolo to Dr. Sphe, and how do the emotions that Noxolo feel affect Dr. Sphe? Yeah, you have to play an emotional scene. Complex scene. How do you go about?
So shake it off.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that you learn in school, how to get in and out of character. You know, like the character will whole other person.
Yes.
And as much as you borrow from yourself to feed into the character, there's there's a lot of emotional scenes that we do, and I have to find why is it that she's emotional, what she's angry, whatever the case may be. And if there is something in Noxolo's life that can feel Sphe's current situation, yeah, sure, I use that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then like you let go. How you get out of character. Yeah, you let go of Noxolo, but you also let go of Sphe.
Sure.
There's a lot of breathing exercises and whatnot that you go through. And you know, once the whole cut, you either hang on to the emotions just in case they're not happy. When they're doing makeup and you'll receive it again.
What good of that?
Yeah. But if they're happy, you just bring it out. Breathe it out. Yeah, you shake it off.
Okay, well, I like that. I like that explanation, because I mean, it makes me even feel more certain about the fact that Bell is such a professional, you know, at her work. And today I feel so honored that you're here with us, because we're here to celebrate you, right? And of course, we're also celebrating this gorgeous lady over here. It's her birthday in October. And by doing so, I want us to bring out some bubbles, you know, so that we can have a nice flow of these conversations. Let's bring out some bubbles. Right here, the bubbles are on the table, and you can pass us some glasses and we can continue celebrating. So, well, I mean, you've been in the industry for so long, and I know that there's many times where anyone who's been in any industry for long, they'll meet challenges. You know, how do you make sure that those challenges do not really firstly who Pro is and what Pro's job is supposed to be on the project?
So I think going into this industry, I knew that it's a very, like, it's not a constant thing, right? In those schedule in other industries, there's some sort of stability, but also there's some sort of like incentive that you get once you've served 10 years and then you serve 15 years, you know. Bubbles.
Bubbles. Okay, just one person. Oh, incredible. Yes, thank you, sir.
I also want to talk about birthday.
Please do.
Welcome.
So let's sponsor.
Yeah, so I knew what it was going to be like, you know, and I think, so when I started studying, I started in the Department of Education, right? So I was studying education.
Wow.
And my mom was not for the drama, and the drama as in studying drama. So when I started with education, she thought.
Thanks so much, friend.
Die outgoing.
It was an hour story, not in fact.
Thank you so much.
I'm so inspired because my mom is a teacher or was a teacher.
Okay. Yeah, my dad was also a teacher.
Oh, wow.
So she, wasn't sold. When I got into education, she was like, okay, cool. Before that was education, she's going to become a teacher. In the middle of the year, when I was like, okay, the Department of Drama is auditioning, I am jumping ship.
You took us on.
She was out her. No, I told her.
Oh,
she was
okay.
like, oh, but don't you, maybe. And I was like, Mom, I'm jumping ship. It's 5 months ago. And I'm so thankful for my mom, because even though she wasn't sold, she was still very supportive.
Oh, wow.
So I knew exactly what I was getting myself into, right? I think the one thing that has surprised me is people who were struggling with certain things 20 years ago and they're still struggling with them, right? The industry is it's not regulated.
Absolutely.
Meaning we are forever independent contractors. And this is not everyone. Behind the scenes, in front of the cameras, everyone is an independent contractor.
Yes.
Which means we work from job to job. I think for a lot of artists, that's the biggest challenge that we have, right? Because you can't do anything. You can't commit to a 20-year bond because you don't know when it's going to be working.
Whereas in labor, yes, we get paid, like you're saying, on this what kind of contractual agreement. We're like we're hired on contract.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what happens is that there's a certain amount that's being taken. Obviously, you get it back with your tax returns. But thing, you have no other support probably but this job, and still they're gonna take close to half of your salary. The salary get off in the room doing how are we expected to survive?
And we've been fighting for the industry to be regulated. And it's an ongoing fight. We can't give up.
Yeah.
Whether it happens in our lifetime or not, we just cannot give up. That's one of the biggest challenges. It's so heartbreaking because I saw something where someone said acting should be a hobby.
I was about to ask you about that actually.
And I was like, what's a hobby, you guys? It's not something that you do in your free time. Where is this free time that this can be a hobby?
The working hours.
My whole time is got to 7.
Damn it.
Catering has been setting up at 6 a.m. Where is this free time? How is it going to become a hobby? If I'm doing a 9 to 5, when am I going to get this free time?
Yeah.
Exactly, and your 9 to 5 is actually like hours. You probably do 12
Sometimes 12 hours.
It's ridiculous.
The whole day.
Exactly.
Let's continue with your Really guys, apart from, oh yes, thank you. I thought that. Apart from celebrating the birthday, but I feel like really it is time for us to celebrate ourselves, to celebrate our industry. I really think that the film and television space has shaped many people's lives. The reason why I'm sitting here, I watched someone on screen and I was like, that is what I want to be one day.
Can I tell you? I've been in Generations for 9 years, right? And still to this day, I'd look around and think, we used to sit in my grandmother's living room and back then, because the Makino Nana TV, they'd come and watch.
Yeah.
All sitting on the floor watching this show. Here I am on the show. I cannot begin to explain to you.
It becomes a big deal.
No, honestly.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm giving you flowers today. That's what you guys do. That's what we do. This is what we're capable of doing. We're gifted. You know what I'm saying? And to me, this is you. And it's so amazing to have this opportunity to actually celebrate that, because you guys individually are doing absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
In your hearts. So then, how do we make sure, Sphe, how do we make sure that we safeguard, our future generation, and the people that are going to come in our shoes, coming after us, to make sure that we safeguard them and they understand exactly what they're getting themselves into.
Look, there's only so much that you can do. I remember when I first started, I was like, how did they not, at school that is, how did they not prepare me for what this is? So now I'm used to a space where in theatre, we all gather in a circle, you all introduce yourself and what character you're playing or who you are in the production. And in TV, there's no such, how much there was no such thing. Like everyone you were, but you don't know who everyone else is, There's a lot of people that I met like a year in, I still don't know who you are. But I know what department you're in, but I don't know who you are. So there's only so much preparation that you can do. You dive in, yes, you're in. In that can't be taught by textbook, workshops or whatsoever. Those parts. Fact of the matter, guys, this industry, it's not going anywhere. What's life gonna be without entertainment? What's our world gonna come to, guys? And living that 24/7.
We can't. And speaking of being prepared, were you ever prepared for the celebrity side of it?
That's the thing. No, you were not. I always say, if I can take my face off,
You were.
I'm lazy woman.
You don't.
Because look, you just said to me, this is not a like I don't want that.
Because growth and
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You may think it may look that way, but really it's not. So if really I could take my face off, because sometimes I just want to go to the supermarket and do my groceries.
Without being disturbed.
Yeah, and also like I'm in a rush, whatever the case is,
Even when you put your cap here.
And I'm a mask.
No.
That's a cap. I got a mask. When people know you, they know you.
No, that's true. That's true.
During COVID, you'd wear a mask and they'd be like, aren't you?
I want to say I would too. I would notice that too.
Yeah.
Just like I'm saying, like I'm calling this Sphe because I think the Amaz is my fellow Lucha. But now it's my first time meeting her in person, and I can promise you this: she's so much of a chilled person, calm. She's not Sphe. She's not Sphe. Exactly. So now I understand when she's saying, but she wishes she could take off, her face if it was a mask. She could take off the mask. It really makes sense. Do you think that there could be a role? I mean, Pearl, I'm talking this as Sphe. Pearl, we're celebrating over a decade in the of your career, right? Has there been a transformative role that you can highlight for us today?
Just
Transformative.
In your own life as well.
I don't know I don't think I've reached that point yet. Look, Sphe is, I think also because of the longevity of the show, she's gone through so many changes, right? She came in, we met her as a bride, as the Moroka bride.
Yes, Maz.
Yes. And also she's from the royal Sue family, so she was very, yes, and then, we saw her with her father and with all Jack's shenanigans. That also affected her.
She changed
her. She had to.
That was transformative.
Yeah. But I don't know if I've played a character that flipped me.
Okay.
I don't think I've reached that yet. I think it's, it's still coming.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yes.
I want to bring us to a lighter note.
Okay.
I spoke to Noxolo and before the show. I was like, no, we're trying to accommodate you. I'm going to accommodate you. So I don't know if Peter's going to be happy about this. But usually, right, I make our guests, I give them a character that they have to play. Right? Now, if you don't want to do it, it's fine. But I will let you do something, however.
It's fine.
Play Dr. Sphe. Dr. Sphe has just found out Jack is not a
You.
How do you react as Dr. Sphe?
You know what the thing is, guys? I feel like I can't do Sphe unless I'm in Sphe, if that makes sense.
I'm sure we'll give the doctors are tired.
But it would be the whole set for her. Co-stars.
Not even different. The clothing, there's hair, there's makeup, there's clothes, and then there's the set.
Yeah.
I think that's why I got us that when you say play X, because I'm like, it's been done. That person has done it.
She was like, I don't have to do it and make justice.
And when they say to me games, like, let's play games all day, guys. I'm that person. Like, I love playing. But she's just found out. You guys, can you do something else? Because, unless I'm in it, I don't know, like I can't do it. It's weird.
I get you.
We can shift it to the next after these following questions, right? Because I really like us to stick to the fact that, we're talking about her co-stars and the whole setup and how it goes on. How is the relationship for you with your co-stars?
And the typical day, what's the typical day of Noxolo on stage?
I think a lot of sets, I haven't been with much, but a lot of sets, there's a lot of craziness that goes on at set. Like, you know?
Well, you have to bring it
maybe.
where you are.
Yeah, I think so, right? I always say to them when we go on a break or whatsoever, when we come back, that I miss the energy that we have on set, you know. Of course, kunabantu that you maybe won't click with, funny one. But guys on set, like, it's fun. It's really fun, and I think we're in a space of playing. I remember a friend of mine, once said, if you can't play, you're going to have a really tough time in this industry. It requires you to play to a certain extent, because when you play, you figure certain things out. You learn certain things that
you're also comfortable.
that ordinarily you may not have figured out and learned, you know. So typical day, it's fun. You know, when we can move, that's when it's nice. But immediately when people come unprepared or someone is late and now we have to stand down, obviously that I don't want to be here.
Has someone ever showed up on set drunk or hanging? Okay, you know what to swallow.
I still don't think
nothing about
it's yours. The person that we're gonna have a dialogue with an Ubla condition. How do you deal with that?
You communicate this with your floor manager. And if it's really serious, you can take it up to management, you know, to one of the producers. Because also
It affects your performance as well.
obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Because the Korean ones are figuring out and then there's a scene. There's a scene. Yeah, kissing scene.
Speaking of the kissing scene, I've always wanted to ask you this. When you had to play with Umazu and One Epa to build that natural chemistry and intimacy on set, were there exercises or things that you guys did off set to just get used to each other?
Not necessarily. Because when I arrived, a lot of my scenes were with him, so I spent a lot of time with him, right? Just chatting and whatever, right? I think that helped.
Oh yeah, it did.
Because
It showed.
Yeah, sure, we
Yeah.
The chemistry
Like,
was a lot.
I want to say that I'm one of those people. I want to say
Dating with
people.
Nomas, the next one friend to catch you.
Yeah.
You're not dating with Nomas as well.
Yeah.
And then you came and said,
and he Mazu wanted to marry her.
Yes.
And then his family was like, no, number 4.
Now my favorite. I'm one of the people who feel like I wish Sphe and Mars were dating Umbrella.
And I.
I wish they were together in Umbrella. They look so good. The chemistry is so authentic. It's positive. It's going. It's pushing. And also Sphe was supporting Umazwi. And Umazwi, we can't do Sphe because now Umazwi, when I'm there,
it's a later stage.
At a later
Date, much later.
Yeah, true, because it was kind of like first. True.
Yeah.
Oh, Vikiana, don't forget about Joey.
No, man, Musa is my G. He's an amazing performer in his own right. He's an amazing person also. And I think we also bonded on, because he went to the Durban University of Technology. And there were a lot of similarities just in our background, in our studying, you know, he did Shakespeare, you know, all of those things. I bonded on a lot of those kind of things. So, yeah.
John does it honest. Me too. I like the fact that within our conversation, naturally, we keep highlighting the fact that education is so important. Considering that it's Nelson Mandela Month, I mean, that was his keynote. You know, education will definitely get you out of the gutter. There's that kid, you know, who really relates to either one of us. I feel like I was that kid who felt like being on TV is too much of a far-fetched thing, you know, until I got there, I was like, how did I do it?
Yeah.
But, you know, part of it was manifestation, but also I had to get training. I had to be informed because the community was by a broadcaster that does not know work
And the technicals.
of it all. Do you think that you're still going to take it further in terms of your academics?
Is there time even?
There is time.
Okay.
Yeah, there is time. When I finished my honors, my mom went ahead and paid registration for masters. And then I was like, I can't. Like, it doesn't show like it's all great tiny one. It's not just all shoe so when I finished with honors, I was like, I can't. One, I didn't want to continue whatever I researched in my honors into my masters. Yeah. Because also you need to get something that's going to sustain you long enough and going to keep you entertained long enough to write a master's dissertation, right? So I was like, Mom, I can't. And since then, my mother's like,
She's starting a business.
No, she is. If my mother passes away today, guys, she's not gonna rest in peace until I get my masters. And I want to, I really should want to.
I think
because also I want to teach at a tertiary level. And right now in Africa, you can't be permanent at tertiary unless you got a master's.
makes sense.
So yeah. So
I think
I teach.
you should go for that, yeah. There's so much blessings that come with making your parents happy. People don't know that there are things that can be stuck. That make your parents happy or hurt your parents. Right? So I think you should definitely go in with straight. Yeah. And but on a lighter note, entertainment
because it's so interesting when we speak of trying to promote and elevate our industry. And I like the fact that now, you know, things are coming in. There are, you know, institutions and places that are trying to put in money, real money, to make sure that, you know, our own local filmmakers, you know, guys, siyazi ngokuba ngosuku abantu abazi-filmmakers ngeefowuni zabo.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I really think that's a start for many people, and it's a start of greater things. You know, I really love that part, and our bulletin here on Offset usually brings us an opportunity to raise those opportunities, right, and platforms. So firstly, on top of the news, we have Netflix South Africa that drops Marked. So this 6-part gripping drama starring Lerato Mvelase and Kamata follows a mother descent into crime after her daughter is diagnosed with a serious illness. Directed by Akin Omotoso. Akin Omotoso and produced by Quizzical Pictures. Marked and premieres on the 31st July. This July 2025. That's quite interesting. And also Showmax has something interesting coming up. Showmax Mpini returns. Season 2. Mpini season 2 returns, and returns of this political thriller. It's showing how far Benoni will go to avenge her father's death continues. Yeah, so we should definitely continue streaming Showmax so that we can see season 2 of Mbili. Remember guys, every time a show gets an opportunity for another season, it means it's doing something really great.
Yes,
And that means it's more jobs, it's renewals of contracts.
Generation,
For so long, guys. And we have a couple of soapies and reality TV shows that we also have to highlight because, guys, the shows are nothing without your views as well, you know. So we have audition buzz and cast updates first. Generations. Of course, Generations, The Legacy, House of Zwide, Mubango, Mufa, Skin Sam, Lost in Love, and Inimba are all gearing up for new episodes, and teasers are dropping this July and August 2025. You know, it's being renewed. Is it
show in there. Yeah.
So the casts are going to, well, in fact, new auditions are going to be announced, right? Just like I said, the ones that I've mentioned. Also, Netflix's second season of Fatal Seduction includes Warren Masimola, Mobile Nunu Kumalo, inverted commas, Tolile Chabalala, Tina Redman, and Danielle Allen. Hope I pronounced that properly. Now, the season drops 15 August 2025.
Got a lot of gold dropping.
We've got a lot of gold dropping, and these updates are absolutely interesting. And if anyone wants to sort of like go back and get the information clearly, you have to go on Offset because we'll be leaving the links directly to these right there. And then lastly, I have industry initiatives and funding. So we have Showmax call for first-time feature pitches. The platform is commissioning 10 live action features. Yep. From emerging African filmmakers. Oh, I love this. And it opens up now with details, and the details are released on this link that you will see on Offset pages. That's the only place you can see these links. But and lastly, I have Shakailem.
Oh,
Shakailem, the season 2.
gold.
Launched on the 15th of June 2025 on Mzansi Magic. Of course, it's still continuing. This highlight budget historical drama continues its success following record-breaking ratings and multiple SAFTA wins. Guys, I really have to say, I was there for the launch, media launch, and all the actors were there and all the industry folks were there, and it gave me so much hope. Like I said previously, it gave me so much hope. I was like, man, oh man, our industry is in a right direction.
Yes.
We're going on the right direction. I'm talking Isidingo as literal as getting these stars and actors and cast members from the door, receiving them.
Celebrities, celebrity culture.
Sphe's name is on a board saying that I'm here to fetch Sphe and I'm going to bring her on the red carpet. And you know, us here as Offset on the red carpet interviewing these people is such a brilliantly well planned thing. And you know, in we are capable of pulling off these high-end events to celebrate our talent. Lisa. Guys, I'm not gonna get emotional.
After I preach now.
It's so amazing. Like, we can do more.
Yes.
South Africa, we can do more. The world, we can do more.
Speech ndinokubuza for sisine.
Okay.
Ndikenda rumors circulate on social media
The
about
generations are.
yes, you and the living
Yes.
generations. Is that true?
She's leading. She's leading Generations, The Legacy.
Nah.
These are really.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
9 years.
9 years, yeah. It's time, guys.
It's time.
It was never going to be for a lifetime, right?
True.
I've finished the book.
Yeah, the narrator.
Yeah, not even this book. You know, I'm done with it. And yeah, man.
So
On to the next.
I want to die.
On the she got it. It's always been interesting for me when people are on the character is dead, right? And then they bring them back. We're done, but you did. Like,
But see, it's the beauty of storytelling. You can do whatever.
that's
So if
true.
you sat with your imagination and just imagined the wildest of things.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of our industry.
Yeah.
And then talk about living now. What's gonna happen next? Are you still gonna be in this space, or you are?
Where else do you want me to go? I'm not gonna sit behind the desk and type away. Yeah.
And you came from the Afrikaans drama series, right? And it was a film. Oh, it was a film. It wasn't a series.
Yeah.
From the film to Generations. And when you were telling that story, I was wondering, I was literally thinking to myself, like, has she ever experienced rejection? Because for you, the way you were telling it, rather, it seems so linear. And the fact that we know you from generations, I've always known you there. From the outside looking in, your journey looks linear.
Yeah.
And a bit easy. I hope that's not offensive.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so have you been rejected? Have you gone through rejection? And honestly, now your role is going to end on Generation, which means you have to go back to auditioning. Do you think you are prepared for that even?
I am. I don't think I ever lost having going to auditions and whatsoever, and no one ever knows that, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I was very blessed. I won't lie. God was great in that I graduated in 2015. Top up.
Yes. That's really love
I graduated in 2015. I ended on Generations in 2016.
You see what I mean?
So I really was blessed in that regard. But obviously, I mean, I didn't go to a lot of auditions, but yes, I did audition for a few things before I landed Generations.
Okay.
Even when I auditioned for Generations, I didn't think I was going to land the role because I believed I looked too young for the character.
Okay.
And then when they called, I was like, yo, okay.
I'll take
A
it.
real one, yeah. You know, when you pass the set, guys,
True. Yes.
there's a song that says "Washana Pansi Washelwa Hon." What people,
Amen.
your things were planned long before you were here. Where should I go?
I have another question for you. Women in the industry, yeah?
Okay.
So, as a leading woman in the industry, so now how do you navigate issues of gender representation, especially on screens and also behind the screens?
So look, they are, once they've written, they've written. But if you do feel some way, somehow, you can say, yeah, guys, I'm not comfortable with this, I won't do it. I remember there was a scene on Generations, I can't remember who it was, that was supposed to actually generate a class at someone in the scene, right?
Okay.
And they were like, I'm not doing this. And it was a woman that was supposed to throw a class
So it's a myth.
and a man. And she was like, I'm not doing this because if the roles were flipped, this would never fly. You know, people would not accept this, you know. So she was like, I'm not doing this. So you can.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You can say,
No, this is not.
I'm not comfortable with
Sometimes there's a sex scene.
Yeah.
You're probably not comfortable with.
Yeah, you can say, so guys, can we please find other ways?
Okay.
So that means they change, twist.
Yeah. I mean, things can be tweaked.
They need to tweak it.
Yeah, things can be tweaked.
And just like I said, you know, there's many of these kids who look up to us, and most of the time, I always look closer to home because I feel like where I came from, all of those challenges that made me not to see my capabilities are probably what that kid is probably as well going through as well. Do we have any special advice that we could give? I know we've already spoken about education, right? As to if you have passion about something, you have to try and follow it professionally first. But when they want to step into your industry and into your shoes, girl, I think they can't look mine.
Yes.
If they would like to, you know, I specifically speak to those kids from back home, from the rural areas, you know, townships, and those kids relate to us. Do you know that, like, many people were so inspired, including myself, like I said, Sphe and Mazwi, right? Sphe is so grounded, and then there's
That's the doctor.
yeah, she's We understand that.
Picked it up pretty. You understand that?
There are those kids who are exactly like that, and they will resonate or relate to Sphe because of indlela asiphethe ngayo nendlela ijeni yakhe ibonakale ngayo on screen as well. Do we have any special words for those kids?
I don't know special words. There's a quote that I want to. You guys are drawing a blank.
And so this love.
What is it?
Where you come from?
You had a purpose before anyone had an opinion. So
Profound.
yeah. Before anyone, you know, there's a lot of noise in this industry.
It's a lot. I dreamt every day.
So a lot of, that's why I think the person who came up with there's no bad publicity, you know, just as long as it's talking about you.
Yeah.
That must have been a thing.
Yeah. That's right. Writing that cool.
So you have to at some point shut the noise down, even from your own head. You know, there was a time where I was going through things and I was like, if only the mind had a lid, just so that it's quiet in my head, man. You know, so you must always remember your purpose. You know, even if you don't know what it is yet, but if you are focused on what you are focused on, go there. Don't mind the noise.
Yeah.
But what did Bolang say? They have to talk about you because if they talk about themselves, they're going to listen. So
Yes.
you have to be focused. You have to drive yourself forward because everybody will do it for you.
You know, so important, Lisa. Can I please transfer those words to you? I really feel like Lisa, she doesn't allow social media to get to her, but like those words, people are mean out there. And those words, I see, because I know her personally, I see how they get to her. I try to talk to her. And, you know, just like you say, you need to be able to cut it off. I'm able to cut it off. Social media. I'm gonna keep doing me, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Lisa, I know that she's got a bit of a softer spot as a person. I want to take those words and I say, who's starting? No one can determine what Lisa's capable of just because they saw her on the last character or on her social media. Yeah, let's put a cap on that. We need not to let that.
Thank you, Fred.
Yes.
Also, like they don't know you from a can of paint, girls.
I know. So what are you saying? Someone said yesterday I was pregnant.
Like imagine now that's actually commenting on someone's way. It's like, really?
Yes.
You can't. Like you cannot let those things get to you. They are going to break you.
Of course. Yeah.
Like not even in half, in like a million pieces. You can't let it get to you.
So you what, meditate? Are there any ways, tools, mechanism?
Yes, so I do. I think also because I did movement studies in my journey in tertiary, you know, so that's part of it, right? But also, me, I don't spend a lot of time on social media. I'm so inconsistent. Like, at some point, I know it's not good, but I'm very inconsistent.
You know, I'm sorry to cut you, Lovey. Do you know that when you audition, they ask how many followers you have?
Yes!
It's ridiculous. What does that have to do with anything?
That's forcing us their numbers. And it's, well, you people are going to go.
How do you feel about that?
Like it's nonsense.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like that. Because I think also just life is moving in a direction where social media is in the center of everything.
Taking over.
You know, if you don't know anything, look at how people don't Google things anymore. You go find out on TikTok and it's there. So, you know, that's the sad part of it, but we have to adjust.
Yeah.
We really have to pivot, we have to adjust. We have to accept it for what it
It's what it is. Yeah.
Hey,
I think myself, I don't know.
It's an hour.
Well, 46 minutes.
My father!
Oh, no, this one is all right.
It's my director having an argument with my co-host. My co-host right now. But I really think that it's so important in a sense for me personally and for the rest of us who are not consistent on social media to actually work on it, because just imagine auditions and and if they're gonna switch things up and tell us or ask us how many followers we have, like me, I'm very inconsistent, like my quality needs to change, like my whole strategy. This girl over here.
Job, guys.
It's another job.
Yo, this girl over here, if she posts anything on her stories, like she has like this huge number of views, right? And I'm just like, and then I'm looking at myself and I'm like, yo, what am I doing wrong?
It's a lot.
You feel that way?
I do.
I feel the
because
same.
it's also like you have to do everything. When you shoot it, then you editor, and then you have to find the right
makeup.
You can't. Me, I can't.
That's not your job.
Yo, I said, what is?
Me, I can't.
You do that.
Because also it's not for all of us.
Not for all of us.
But now
But now they're making it.
I have to, yes, I have to. So that's why I accept it for what it is. We have to get it done.
We have to get it done.
Yes.
I love this.
Take notes again.
I am Jolan. Mamela Andiamo Cele abantu basemzansi because it's her birthday. So kafanele what she's going to do in terms of a birthday shoot.
Let's do workshops first.
I'll do that.
How to, yes.
Great.
Yeah.
250 per person.
If not, why not?
Well, I really like it. So now, since we're on the social media conversation, well, in terms of showing your, because now it's a different thing now. You're not in character. You know, this is now a pearl. This is now a problem. This is now a pearl. Do you feel like I just all of me, or do you?
Yeah, definitely.
You're more frantic about your problem.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever ghosted my mom maybe once. Nothing about relationships, just things that I want to keep sacred, I'll say onto me.
Sure.
So I share what I want to share. If we went out with Lisa for her birthday,
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with me. That's why I'm asking this question. I feel like when it comes to social media, you know, just like you said, TikTok keeps on teaching me. When it comes to social media, it's all the things you need to do, and authenticity is one of them. And like, just be real. And what I've seen now is that if you get people into your real spaces is where you actually get your real followers, because these people are really now relating to you. So now I'm torn between, because I'm just like, she's right, because she's also protecting herself. But point about there's an Indian, there's an Ikaus, there's but not really show those things, but like be as open and transparent as possible. Those are my thoughts in terms of how I want to take on my social.
Then do that.
I think do that.
Yeah.
Be as open and transparent as your mental health can take.
Yes.
Balance it.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you can't take it, you
Yeah.
can't give.
If you want to do that, do that.
Absolutely.
Because you can't follow my template.
True.
Yeah. So whatever you want to do, go ahead.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I must say, but of course,
Let's do
we
this.
need these numbers growing as well here on Offset.
That's
You
right.
can absolutely follow us on all social media platforms. I'm talking X, it's not Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and everything else. YouTube, TikTok, YouTube most importantly. Please click on the subscribe button. This is how we're going to be able to bring on more of your favorite South African talent right here on Offset. I mean, it's been an amazing day in Atlanta. Celebrating the thespian over here, Pearl Noxolo. She has been in the industry for over a decade and going. You know, it's quite an amazing time to highlight those moments and highlight moments in the industry for her and the industry itself. And we're also highlighting our queen, the one and only queen of Offset, Lisa Serrano, the actress. It's her birthday, and I'm trying to please send her as many messages as you can.
And money.
And e-wallets.
9 years. 9 years. 9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like before we walk us on car, like go car and then like starting on generation. I'm sorry, there's a huge difference now. So I would like you to summarize your journey from the first, like how has it been? Like and how has it shaped you as well as a person
So
personally and
yeah, so in the beginning I said I'm a very shy person, right? I think it's given me, not that I didn't have confidence, but it's given me a thing of, you do belong. I remember when I landed, when I said that I didn't think that I was going to get the role, before I started, I had like a few sessions with our acting, what do you call her? Coach. Yes, our acting coach, Miss Dorothy, and like I was just in disbelief.
Not that she mentioned me.
And I have too.
Yeah.
And she said to me, they auditioned a lot of people, but because apparently they looked for the person who was going to play the character for quite some time, right? And she's like, but believe it and go with it. Stop second guessing yourself. And I think that it's helped me so much in that, as much as I would look at speech and Lisa and think, bro, I think doing so good, and also now you belong. This in the beginning of all of the performances you have with her, she's got a poem that she recites, and it says there's space for all of us to shine.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that's what it's given me. It's that I've got the right language to hear me. So I think now I walk into auditions with
confidence, because you went from stage to stage.
Yeah, like I walk in with sure.
So you had imposter syndrome before.
Not even imposter syndrome, but I was like I would cocoon myself a lot, and I mean nerves will be there. I would succumb to them. But now I'm like, use them.
Use your ears.
Like, find out why are you nervous? Then find out why the character would be nervous.
Oh wow!
Assist, yeah.
So profound.
Yeah. Wow.
Goodness.
And then you turn that into a soup.
I find it very difficult to do that. As I admire people who can do that. I think that's very difficult.
To just train your mind to do it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Was any more questions?
yes, more questions. So now no more questions.
Must be another host.
Yeah, now that you are living generations, what else are you going to be doing? Since you're involved with your
When I dance, we'll go back to dancing.
on the dance.
Yeah. No problem. And I'm going to continue acting. Chini, are you in? Must be nice for a second time, yeah. Making us worried.
I'm gonna be honest with you, my mom is definitely gonna feel the same way as well. Like it's gonna be like, hey, boy, $1 million.
Like, guys, it was never going to be a lifetime. Also, we have to shut one door to open another.
So true, absolutely.
And projects of your own that we can look forward to.
Maybe not right now. Maybe in future. Yeah. But I think I'm still learning a lot of things right now. Yeah. So maybe in the future.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because we also had workshops and that. She just so inspired.
When was that already?
Yeah, it was
Last year.
last year. Where was it? TK, you're smiling.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah.
What is it now?
Bringing this information all the way. You guys were part of the workshop.
Yes.
That's amazing. And
No, we've been doing a lot of workshops. Especially in Sphe. Yeah.
wow.
yes,
But guys,
we have a game. So she said.
I found the game.
But let's do a quick segment. Quick fun segment. I'm just gonna.
Which one is that now?
I'll cover it from my 8 years.
I can't just. I get paid to get.
Okay, now you will just give me like one answer or something and suppose.
Okay.
Your dream coaster. Dream coaster. Sample that. Keyboard that. Yeah.
Kerry Washington.
That's someone that you drew.
Internationally.
You did not see?
Here at home, yeah, that's I can't think of something here. Because also I've worked with
stars as well. Do you want me to ask the questions? Are they written there? So that in case no one can hear the questions. So, got it. So we've already covered dream co-star. So, second question.
why is my
Ooh,
so let me tell you, right? Wiseman was on Generations.
is it?
As a guest. And then just before him and I was gonna have a whole storyline together, he left. And I was like, Wiseman.
You would have been forward to that.
I really was. Because I remember there was a scene that I watched between him and they studied at the same university. Oh wow. I don't know if it was at the same time, but or same university. There was a scene that I watched between the two of them. And I was like, gee, I'm so excited that I get to have a storyline with him. Wiseman.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm even scared to ask why.
Leo, wait. So, our following question: theatre or television?
Theatre.
Ooh,
She did say.
I have.
Yeah, she already shared with us that she doesn't necessarily feel that there was a role that changed her life.
Oh, yes,
personally,
yeah.
right? That's the question.
No.
The role that changed her.
If you're saying changed my life, if this is it,
Just pay.
Generation.
this is it. I think, yeah, it's
Vision.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so scripted or improvised scene? You.
Improvise for you now, Napolo.
No, but let me tell you, Nick. Improvisation is so difficult because it's difficult, but it's fun also, right? Like you have to think on your feet, and also it's what you're gonna say that's gonna prompt what I'm gonna say next, right? But I think what's scripted is nice because it's scripted.
Prepare.
Yeah, you can prepare it, but improv.
Improv. Well, I can hear my director giving me a sign. Let her give us an improv scene. Give us an improvised scene. Give us an improvised scene.
I can't smile. You don't force her.
I can.
Another princess. I think a woman's not the princess that she wants to be. She doesn't want to again.
No, she was actually preparing for it, Lisa. They're gonna take me suddenly away, mate.
No, I wasn't.
Okay. We'll move on to the next question. So one thing you can't go without on set.
On set.
One thing you can't go on set without. Ooh. You. I will say.
As in from my dressing room to sex.
Anything.
Director, you love your whole world are going to work.
Okay, what you can't go
A phone.
without.
Okay, maybe my phone. Because I can't live without a bottle of water.
Okay.
I have to have my water. Vaseline for some reason. It's weird.
And a certain state of mind, positive attitude, energy.
So that differs from day to day. Because sometimes really you just like I can't people today. I can't. But we make two. But I can't go without my people.
Oh, absolutely.
Lovely. God, right? Lovely. Yeah.
So you love not.
That was words.
I love the fact that she is so
Spiritual. Grounded.
There's a grounded.
Yes.
I appreciate she has not the presence and she's so elegant and she's so calm.
She has a big presence, but she doesn't have to be loud.
Yeah.
Also, that need to be loud.
Yeah.
Oh, is that that?
And she'll give you a highlight of what she's trying to say in case you missed it along the way.
Good doctor's opinion.
Yes, Dr. Sphe. Last question. Exactly. What would you say? Sure. Okay, last question. Advice in one sentence? We've already skipped.
We've done that.
We've already covered that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an incredible episode of course, from offset to onset on YouTube. You can simply make sure that you put that notification bell so that you are not missing out on anything that we get to drop on any day. Well, for me, speech, it's been incredible. We celebrated the incredible thespian who's going 9 years odd. This is over a decade in her career and in the industry, and we're celebrating our queen, Lisa Sarame, actress. It's her birthday today, and from me and from us, I would like to say God bless and keep it locked to Offset.
Offset to Onset, the ultimate podcast and platform designed to educate, promote, and market the film industry for a brighter and more inclusive future.